I pulled out of Northville and headed down, with my head up to keep from crying.
I started playing music as a kid. Started on piano, taught myself how to play, listening to Beatles records and old Elton John albums. And then when I was a little out of high school, a friend of mine taught me a couple chords on an old classical guitar, and I just taught myself from there. I was never one of those kids at a party who would, if there was a piano or a guitar, that would jump up and say, you know, hey, look at me, I want to play songs. I would always kind of hide in the background and watch the other guys do it. When you get to Southern Oregon and you're crossing into California on 5, and you're getting into, you know, you see Shasta and you're coming into that area and you see like the high plain. And then I'm sitting around and I'm writing, and that song, you know, it pulled out of Northville and headed down. That's pretty much pulling out of the Northwest. Northville is like a made up name for anywhere up here in the North. And then across the border, California bound, you know, night's falling, dawn's coming on fast. It's like when you're on the road driving, that kind of thing is just like, it's scenery just kind of goes by and you end up someplace. So you pick up and you get rolling again.
So then I put my feet on uncertain ground.
I had started making this record, the Results Not Typical record, here in Seattle, and it just didn't work. There was roadblock after roadblock, and I just wasn't meant to make this record in Seattle. And I was talking to a friend of mine from Santa Barbara. We were talking, and he said, will you just call Jesse? So I got up the guts to send him I think I sent him a text message. I figured that there'd be the no response. I'd have the obligatory 2-week follow-up. And like 10 minutes later, I get this scrolling text message from Jesse saying, man, I love your stuff. I've been following you online. I've always liked your music. This would be super great. I already know who's gonna play on it. And then I was just like, whoa, I was like totally not ready for that response. So we started a correspondence, and then I had a small tour down to Santa Barbara with a friend of mine, and we went down and played a bunch of shows, and I took an afternoon, I went out, saw the studio for the first time, and was blown away.
So I caught a leg on that East Blue Line.
Now we're in the Northwest, and what is country in the Northwest? I mean, we go up and we hike around Mount Rainier, and we wear flannels and stuff because it's cold, not because it looks cool. And we get muddy, and we hunt, and we go fishing, and we play in the woods. And to me, that's our kind of country. It's like Northwest country. And with this project, I know that Jesse is all about the style of music that I was writing. And I've heard a lot of the stuff that he's done, and it just, even rough mixes sound better than most records I've ever done. So it was a matter of trusting him, and then trusting that he would put the right guys in the room. And what happened is he did, and I had more fun than I've ever had in my life for 3 days.
'Cause goodbyes are the hardest word.